Hello, boys and girls, and welcome back to another lesson with Mr. Fieck. Today, we're going to go over division, old school, or traditional long division part 1. The learning target or main idea for the lesson is that you understand the steps in a division problem using long division. Now, we've done a lot of division this year by using ratio tables, so we're going to try to make the connection of how using a ratio table long division works. And we're just going to do a couple problems today, and then we're going to go over and do a couple more problems tomorrow in long division. So if I go to the whiteboard here, if I have the problem 332 divided by 4 equals m. So if I was going to make a ratio table, I would set it up and I do, okay, if 1 is 4 and I know my total is 332, and I need to figure out how many groups of 4 it would take to make 332, then I could start and do jumps of, I could do 10, well that would be 40, and then I could double it, that would be 20 is 80, or now I'm looking and I think, hey, can a 4 go into 3? So no, how many 4s can go into 33? Ooh, well that would be 8, knowing my basic facts. So instead of doing this, looking at place value like we talked about, my first jump could be 8 would be 32, and then I have one more place value. So my first jump could be 80. Well, 8 times 4 is 32 times 10. So now I'm at 320. How far away from 332 am I? Ooh, I'm 12 away. So 4 times what makes 12? Well, 4 times 3. And then if these two added together make 332, I add those together, so my answer would be 83. Now, let's set up and go over long division. So in long division, you always put your total 332 under the house, I call it the house, like this, and then you put your divisor in front of it. So my dividend is underneath, my divisor is here, and then I also call this the DMSD method. So the first thing I need to do is the D here stands for divide. I need to divide. Can a 4 go into a 3? No, so I have to put a place value here, and then I'm looking at the first 2 digits here. So 4 times what gets me closest to 33 without going over? Well, 4 times 8 is 32, and this also is where you need to know your basic math facts to make division a lot easier on yourself too. So now I divided, so I can check that. Then here, this is multiply. And then I think to myself, what did I just write? Ooh, I just wrote the 8. So I multiply the 8 times the 4 is 32, and I put that underneath. Okay, so I multiplied. Now the S stands for subtract, okay? What did I just write? I just wrote the 32. So now I'm going to subtract the 32 from 33, okay? And 3 minus 2 is 1. Now, I'm not doing the whole 332 minus 32. I'm just doing the 33 minus 32, okay? And then the last D stands for drop. Is there anything left that I need to drop? Yeah, I have a 2 here that I need to drop down and bring my 2 down here. Now, and then I can stop and ask myself, are all my place values filled? And is there, no, I still have the 1's place here, right? So then I go back up and I do it again, but now I'm only doing it with 12, okay? So now I'm dividing 12. What did I just drop? I dropped my 2 to make 12, so 12 divided by 4. 4 times what gets me closest to 12 without going over? Well, that's 3. Okay, great. So I divided. Now I'm going to multiply. What did I just write? I just wrote my 3. Only the 3, not 83. Only the 3. So I do my 3 times 4 is 12, and I write that right underneath my 12. Then I subtract. What did I just write? I just wrote my 12, so I'm going to subtract 12 minus 12 is 0. Now, do I have anything left to drop? Nope. Is my remainder less than my divisor? And yeah, in fact, do I have a remainder? No, I don't, because it's 0 and it's less than that. And I have no other place values, so I'm done. So my answer would be 83, which is exactly what we got here. Okay, we're going to go on and do one more problem. Okay, this time we just increased it to a 4-digit divided by a 1-digit number. Okay, so maybe if you want to stop and pause the video and try it on your own, that might be a great idea. And then we can go through the steps together and see how you do it. So I'm going to put my dividend, 7,247, under my house, and my divisor 3 right there. Then the first thing I'm going to do is divide. So I'm just looking at my first place value. 7 divided by 3. How many 3's can go into 7? In this case, it can, right? I do 2. Okay, now I'm going to, so I can put a little check there. I did that one. Then I'm going to multiply. What did I just write? I just wrote my 2. So 2 times 3 is 6. Great, I multiplied. Check it out. Now I'm going to subtract. I just wrote my 6, so I'm subtracting the 6 from the 7, which is 1. Great, check that off. And now I'm going to drop. Do I have anything to drop? Yep, I have my 2 to drop right here. So I'm going to drop my 2. And now, do I have anything left? Yeah, so I'm going to do it all again. Now I have my 12. I'm dividing again. What's 12 divided by 3? Well, that is 4. So now I divided. Now I'm going to multiply. 4 times 3 is 12. Great. Now I'm going to subtract. 12 minus 12 is 0. And do I have anything left to drop? Yep, I have my 4 that I have to drop here. So 4. And now I start it all over again. What's 4 divided by 3? Well, 3 goes into 4 one time. Great, I divided. Now I'm going to multiply. 1 times 3 is 3. Great, I multiplied. Now I'm going to subtract. 4 minus 3 is 1. Great. And do I have anything left to drop? Yep, I have a 7. And drop that. And now I do it all over again. So now 17 divided by 3. Well, how many 3's go into 17 without going over? So that would be 5. Great. Now I multiply. 5 times 3 is 15. Awesome. And then I subtract the 15 I just wrote from the 17, and that would get me 2. And do I have anything left to drop? Nope. All my place values are filled. But I have a remainder, right? Is my remainder less than my divisor? And in this case, yeah, it is. If this is less than that, that means you just have a remainder. If your remainder ends up greater than your divisor, that means you can get another one out and you got to relook at your multiplication problem again. So the answer for this one would be 2,415 remainder 2. That would be my answer. Okay? And using the DMSD method, you just keep going through those steps. It doesn't matter how big of a number it is. You just keep going until you have them worked out, okay? And the best way to do this is just practice, repetition, the steps, and knowing your multiplication facts. Tomorrow, we're going to go over some more long division problems, part 2, to kind of hopefully give you a better grasp on it. So I hope this was a good introductory lesson to you. And we'll see you again for tomorrow's lesson. Make it a great day.